Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And if you've been watching the channel, you'll know that I'm slowly but surely going through some of the great films in the Criterion Collection. And this time, we're going to take the mint-flavored time machine back to 1988, where I'm going to review number 133 in the Criterion Collection. A very cool cover, by the way. This is The Vanishing. My review, coming up now. Rex and Saska are a young Dutch couple on vacation in France. When they run out of gas, they stop at a gas station, and following a spat between them, Rex promises Saska he'll never abandon her. Unfortunately for them, a sociopath named Raymond, wearing a false cast and sling on his arm, is looking to perfect a wicked plan. Saska goes to get drinks at the rest area before getting back on the road for her and Rex, but never returns. Rex frantically tries to find his girlfriend, but has no clue where she went or who was with her. 3 years later, Rex still has no leads on Saska's disappearance, and while he's moved on in another relationship, is still distraught over his missing former beau, and still hangs up posters and even goes on television hoping for answers. Over time, Rex receives postcards from the kidnapper who wants to meet him at a cafe in Nimes, but never shows up. One day, Raymond shows up on Rex's doorstep claiming to be the man he's looking for. He tells Rex he'll tell him everything that happened, but in return must hear his story as well as a few other crazy demands. How far will Rex go to finally get answers about Saska's disappearance? The Vanishing is an astonishing Dutch mystery thriller. Also known as Spoorloos, the film was adapted from the 1984 novella The Golden Egg by Tim Krabbe. The Vanishing was directed by George Sluzier, who also directed projects such as Utz and Dark Blood. However, this is the film he became most known for. The film was released in the Netherlands on October 27, 1988, and then would premiere in the United States in October of 1990. What makes the movie truly frightening is that it feels very real, and there's the fear of something going wrong while you're visiting a foreign country, especially here, losing a loved one and having no clue what happened to them. While the film may sound like a standard thriller, what separates it from the pack is the way it tells its story in such an unconventional way. We know Saska was kidnapped and who did it in the first few scenes of the movie, but then it flashes back to see Raymond's perspective leading up to the incident, which is fascinating. We see Raymond as a chemistry professor and family man who's married and has 2 children. He experiments on himself with chloroform and times how long the victim will be knocked out, rehearses excuses to use to try to get a woman into his car, and even tests out how far screams can be heard by playing a game with his family. Then it moves forward as we see Rex 3 years after the event still obsessed with searching for answers on what happened to Saska and how it's affecting his new relationship. The film does a great job with taking cliches from the genre and turning them around with nice surprises. There's a number of great fake-outs where the audience thinks something is about to happen, but then it doesn't, at least yet. The film has some great tension, especially the scenes between Rex and Raymond, as we wonder what will possibly be uncovered next. The film also uses a number of flashbacks and flash-forwards effectively, showing an event that happened in Raymond's childhood, seeing the character defy predestination and use free will, and of course seeing how the kidnapping actually went down. His reasoning for the kidnapping is pretty wild as well. Saska also tells Rex of reoccurring nightmares about drifting through space in a golden egg, which is brought up throughout the film, and I really had no clue where that was going, but it certainly pays off. The ending is quite surprising and powerful as well. Forgive my pronunciation on these, but the cast stars Bernard-Pierre Donadieu as Raymond Lemon, A French chemistry professor who discovers as a teen that he's a sociopath, years later begins trying to abduct a woman. Jean Bervotes as Rex Hoffman, the Dutch traveler hell-bent on finding out what happened to his girlfriend that disappeared. Johanna ter Steege as Saskia Wagter, the young woman who goes missing at the French gas station. And Gwen Eckhaus as Linke, Rex's new girlfriend who reluctantly helps him with his search. The Vanishing was the Dutch submission for the Academy Awards for Best Foreign Language Film in 1988, but was disqualified by the Academy as it had too much French dialogue to qualify. Sluzier went on to direct an American remake of the film in 1993, also titled The Vanishing, which starred Jeff Bridges as Barney, the Raymond character, as well as Kiefer Sutherland and Sandra Bullock. Unlike the original, though, the remake was poorly received. The Vanishing is a smart, creepy, and suspenseful thriller that I won't forget anytime soon, and is a film that any fan of the genre should seek out. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of A-list approved. That's right, it gets the A-list seal of approval. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at WestAlist. Until next time, Troop out.